And coming up very shortly is Strictly Business. Our feature veers out of the ordinary, born out of a necessity in the emerging market here at home.
James Yabut is one of the co-owners of Clean Home, together with his partner Mike Yu.
Basically, I'm a college graduate from University of Asia Pacific. I graduated back in 2011, business management. My first job was a banker. I worked for a multinational bank back in 2011 to 2012. After that, I moved to the family business, Stelson Corporation, which specializes in safety and security systems. Well, basically, when we built Clean Homes, because I was newly married, my partner was also living with his family. He had 3 kids then, and then happily married also. We both had the same problem, no? Like, we didn't want to have a helper in the house only because we wanted our privacy, and the space is very limited. So, we wanted to outsource our cleaning because we're also very busy. Like, my wife is a baker and I'm a businessman, so we don't really have the time to clean up. So after that, we called some traditional service providers available in the metro. But when I got one, I was unhappy, and I was saying this should be easier to book. At the same time, it should be professionalized. So that's where Clean Home came about. And then my partner Mike and I, we met through a common friend, and then from there we conceptualized how the booking system, how you're able to join in, and how from the beginning to end of the journey with Clean Home. That's how we finalized the flow and the design. Mike Yu is my partner. He's my CTO. He handles the development of anything to do with the tech part of the company.
Service providers are a basic part of life in more developed countries like the US, Europe, or even Asian countries like Singapore and Japan. Here in the Philippines, most homes in the metropolis have kasambahays, so sourcing out services like cleaning and laundry are not very common. However, we are now coming to an age of young condo dwellers, dual-income families where the wife does not have the time to clean or even to cook. This is where Clean Homes comes into the picture.
We're providing a solution to condominium dwellers and homeowners. At the same time, we're also building opportunities for the OFW and for the women who don't have the opportunity to work and get a good salary.
Manpower services, of course, have been around for a long time here, but Clean Homes offers something different from these agencies.
Well, the difference is one, they don't work for you. They don't work for you in the sense that they're not employed by you. They don't live with you. So they go to you book a cleaner in less than 60 seconds. And then they arrive to in your place and they clean up based on their scope of work. After that, they leave. That's simple. So you get the benefits of having a cleaner. At the same time, you get to maximize your space of your home. Because nowadays, condominiums are getting smaller, right? So you don't really have, unlike before, the helper's room. But now, that's not necessarily available anymore. So now you have the convenience of space, you have the convenience of time and privacy. Also, budget-wise, you get to, it'll cost you $350 to have a quick cleaning, or you can go for general cleaning once or twice a month with $750, or you can even subscribe to us monthly and get further discounts and continuously clean your home.
In this age of Uber and Grab, Clean Homes offer the same service of booking a service at a scheduled time. Booking is as easy as getting it done in less than 60 seconds. One might wonder, do they have enough cleaners to serve the needs of their growing clientele? How do they recruit?
How do we recruit? Well, basically before, we had a base of an OFW that joined us. So from the OFW that joined us, actually it so happened it was OFW, but the reason why we chose OFWs then is because of their background and training. They're really well trained. So we chose to get an OFW as our first cleaner to have more of a structure when entering a home and cleaning, heightened by our training modules. At the same time, OFWs, they have a lot of documents. They have their NBI, their police clearance, barangay, passports. So for us, we can ensure security towards our clients.
Our overseas workers are sent abroad with contracts that have specific terms. When these contracts expire, these OFWs come home with no clear prospects of employment. Many of them end up as domestic helpers again.
Nowhere else to go but to come here and be a kasambahay and have a fixed salary of 5,000, 7,000 max. So you're kind of stuck, right? If you're used to the OFW salary. So now with Clean Home, you can make up to 1,000 pesos a day plus tip. So that changes the whole thing, right? They have a better lifestyle with us now. Like we have cleaners who joined us before with no smartphones, nothing, like very shy. Like we had to give them money to come to work. And after a while, now they have smartphones. They're happy. They're more confident with themselves because now not only they can be breadwinners, they can be with their families. So those two things we were able to hit from the OFW standpoint. And from there, it grew in the market. So they would talk about Clean Home with us, with our fellow OFWs. Then more and more joined us. And now we not only OFWs, now we have previous housekeepers, previous kasambahays. Because it doesn't matter for us. For as long as you have the documents to relate security and safety, then we will ensure that you'll be part of Clean Home.
Most of the time, condo dwellers do not have live-in helpers. So we asked James how things go as far as security of one's dwelling is concerned.
How do you secure the how do you secure the security part of the relationship? Well, what we did is like in the beginning phase, when no one knew about Clean Home, they would call me directly because like we were very active and very hands-on. So we would talk to the clients and themselves, and then we tell them the process on how as a cleaner, how as a Clean Home partner become one. So I tell them the whole process. At the same time, when you book, you automatically get the details of your cleaner prior to arrival. So you know the face, you know the name, you also have the cell phone number. So easily, if anything happens in the condo, it's already a deterrent. The fact that you already have the information and you're the last touch of the last person who was in the property. So that's already a deterrent. And that's actually secondary, or that's already secondary to the reason why we have quality cleaners, because they get paid well. If you're paid well, you don't have to steal na. So that's what we are able to provide our clients. We have cleaners who are trained. We have cleaners who are well documented. At the same time, we have cleaners who are well paid. So for them, there's no more reason for them to create any to steal or whatsoever.
Clean Home celebrated their first anniversary last month without any security issues or any serious damages to property or belongings to speak of. They also continue to add more cleaners to their database.
Some of our clients don't actually leave the property and then they just come back, because that's what actually our proposition is, no? Like you can have more time for yourselves. So for yourself, if you outsource your life, sort of, like leave the cleaning to us. You can go to the gym and come back, it's clean. You can go to the mall, come back, you already have a beautiful, clean, made-up house. And we ensure also that even the scent, even the whole feel of your home is different. It's like living in a hotel.
The reason why Clean Homes does not have a shortage of cleaners to serve their clientele is their compensation, which is enough to keep them here at home.
It's a 50-50 split profit with the cleaner. That's why they in one cleaning, with one general cleaning, they already make, it's a 60-40. They already make 400 pesos, and then plus the tip. So sometimes tips go up to 100 pesos, 150 to 200, depending on the client. So immediately with one cleaning, you already have 600 to 700 pesos. That's for only 3 hours of work. So after that, you can do up to 2 general cleanings and 1 quick clean for 1 cleaner. So that's why you can end up more than 1,000 pesos.
Cleaning supplies are provided by the company, and these are refilled immediately as needed.
If you're not happy with it, then you can always tell us that you're not happy. Then we call you. Then we ensure that we fix whatever that made you unhappy.
Having a competent, reliable partner works for James. For one thing, his operating capital did not have to be as big, and his reliable partner, Mike Yu, shared his technical expertise.
I'm actually lucky to have a co-founder who handled the tech of the business. So without him, then I know they would have charged more for building the website, building the system, right? But it didn't cost us a lot to build the brick and mortar business of it. I mean, slightly a brick and mortar business of it. Because we just needed internet, we just needed our laptops, and then hired our first cleaner, and everything just rolled from there.
Like in many businesses, the challenge for James and Mike was how to make the clients and the cleaners happy with the company. Each one has its own needs or wants, and the business owner simply has to know how to address these needs. With the immediate success of their business, more services are in the pipeline for the company, and these include carpet cleaning as well as aircon cleaning. They are still focused on making their ecosystem of cleaning more complete and their clients and cleaners happy.
So basically, my only advice that I should have taken years ago when I was in college was to just do it. Try it out. But always have a plan in terms of how do you turn that model to have a source of revenue, and not just go in blindly and not have a plan for where the money's going to come from, because that's the business, right? Because without fuel, you cannot really necessarily run. So that's my advice. Do it, try it out, so you'll never know. And it doesn't hurt to fail if you try fast. And you don't have to be a big player right away. You can start very small. And it's actually the best way to start. Start small, learn the pains, learn the process, know what the client wants, and then know what your supplier wants. And from there, it rather becomes manageable. Yeah, and the risk is also managed.
Yes, we are indeed entering an age of managing smaller spaces and ensuring our privacy. Clean Homes couldn't have chosen a better time to enter the scene.